treated like second-class citizens in Japan. If you come here
Okay, I had to do a reaction just because I really do feel like this whole video is on point. Shout out to Tico Sam. Shout out to all the people in this video. Shout out to the Oriental Pearl. I was just about to say the Asian Pearl. But in all seriousness, Drew, I hope he's, whatever issues he's got, I hope he fully recovers and does better. You know, that's the main thing. I agree with this video, with everything, even though sometimes it's humorous. If living in America, if you have money, you have a good job, you have a job that provides you with high quality medical, then yeah, America's an amazing place. But when you don't have that, I think it can be extremely difficult. So yeah, I also wanted to say that, you know, for better or worse, I think America has a crime culture. You know, as someone who carried a firearm, carries multiple levels of deadly force on his person for decades. Yeah, I mean, America, I don't know for better or worse, but, you know, it is a crime culture. It's a culture built off of organized crime, or a criminal nature, I guess. Not necessarily good or bad thing, but yeah, I don't know, maybe the Yakuza in Japan do a better job of regulating how things are done. I don't know, I'm just saying, look, maybe the Yakuza in the United States, the Yakuza equivalent of the, wait, what? Now I need to censor my own videos. Look, I'm sorry, guys. No, but I do appreciate the Oriental Pearl. And I do agree to a certain extent. There is a second-class citizen nature, I think, when you are poor. And that's true. I mean, even if you're not poor of money and you're just poor of spirit, I think that also puts you in a second-class citizen status as well. That's my big thing is, you know, anyone's life can be full of ups and downs financially, but I think it's important to maintain, like, a wealth of spirit, you know, just a positive attitude. So shout out to this gentleman. I hope you do better in your health, sorry. But yeah, and shout out to Canada for being the 51st state. So I think that's really cool. Thank you to the president for finally solidifying that and making it a reality. No, I'm being serious now at this point. Drew, I hope you're doing better. I hope the GoFundMe brings about all the things that you need in order to provide yourself, or to have a better quality health for you. That's one thing I wish for everyone. You know, I'm like, why is it that, you know, some places you have to basically have a small fortune in order to be able to take care of yourself medically, you know, and then other countries, that's not a requirement. So I don't understand that, but maybe that's beyond my capabilities of understanding. You know, maybe I focused on different things, and I say, Japan, I would love to live there for a moment, but I'm like, I don't know if they would. I know this gentleman right here. He says, look, I'm ready to have you come in Japan. I'm like, thank you. Okay, I'm just messing around, but no, seriously, I'm gonna put a link. I want to link the link, and then shout out to King's Shot.
Or someone that basically is tired of norm. If they're tired of, you know, just struggling and fighting just to make ends meet. Like, I got a friend of mine, and they was shocked. Medical health. You're like, yes. I can go to see a doctor for $5 and $10. You can't do that in America.
No, you can't.
No, and then, you know, paying for prescription drugs, monthly prescription drugs, I pay like maybe $20. You can in America. You can't. So yeah, and they're shocked when I tell them stuff like that. Fresh vegetables, eggs. I was shocked when I seen on the news eggs costing $6. So it's like security, you know, just being safe and having just feeling comfortable.
How does Japanese healthcare compare to American healthcare? So you'd rather be in Japan to receive healthcare here. Why is it better here than in America?
Well, there's universal healthcare here in Japan, so I don't have to pay a ton of money out of pocket. I pay into it with my taxes every month.
If you were to get the same kind of medical treatment in America, how much more do you think it would cost?
So I've had 2 brain surgeries. I've had 2 bouts of radiation therapy. I've taken chemotherapy medication. I've had tons of MRIs, different scans, blood work, tests, everything. I can't even imagine the first time I had to get brain surgery. I was in the hospital for almost 4 months. This past November, I was hospitalized for another one for 2 months. And I can't imagine it would be much cheaper than probably $1 million if I had to pay for that out of pocket in America. Just like talking to like other people and their experiences and stuff. Unless I like, you know, you can always be one of those people that has like a great job that like covers everything, right? But I'm not one of those people.
Look,
That's
I'm
gonna
grateful
have
to
this
have
amazing
had
job
that.
back home that can
So,
take care of all that.
and I'm
$1
grateful
million
to have
out of
experienced both.
pocket in
You know,
America for this
having a
treatment?
great
I
job,
would
having
imagine.
coverage like that, but then also experiencing what it feels like to not have that. I think that's a blessing. Thank you.